he is concerned about potential disagreement over a wealth tax. Now, he is really opposed to wealth taxes, specifically increasing capital gains tax, bringing it into line with income tax. He backs venture capitalists, entrepreneurs, that kind of thing, and he thinks that these people will just move their money and won't invest in the UK if you do that. So he has made clear, we're told, during these discussions with Number 10 and the government more broadly, that, look, if I don't agree with you, I'm going to resign, which is, again, quite a big sticking point.
The political editor of The Times, Steve Swinford. He's back from his holiday, joins us now. Morning, Steve.
Good morning.
Do you remember Gladiators, Steve?
I absolutely love it. In our household, it is a staple.
Oh, it still is?
Kids both love it. Yeah, we love Gladiators. It's huge.
Did you watch it? Did you watch it on the original go-round?
I watched it on the original go-round, and now the children enact various moves in the living room.
Do they?
It's a massive, it's a huge part of the of our household.
Do they still have the Scottish referee saying contenders ready? Does that still happen?
They've got Mark Clacton and then a commentator that oversees it. So yeah, it's all as you remember it. I mean, it's pretty. I know we're supposed to be neutral, but it is pretty glorious.
You don't have to take political neutrality that far, Steve. You can come out hard in favour of Gladiators. There's no problem about that.
Very hard in favour.
It's good to have you back as well. Steve, what do you make of what? So Burnham is back from holiday himself. He's going on this cost of living tour. Is everything calm and happy in terms of the administration? You've got a slight possibility of a disagreement with Jim O'Neill.
So they are pretty happy. Burnham has enjoyed a bit of a bounce. He feels that it's gone very well, that people are giving Labour a second look, and the polls bear that out to a bit. But he isn't getting everything his way. He wanted to bring a guy called Lord O'Neill into Number 10. Now, he is a former Goldman Sachs economist, a former Treasury Minister, and when things were all a bit hairy for Burnham, there was basically an announcement that O'Neill and other people, Andy Haldane, several other senior economic figures, would join any potential administration to calm the markets, and that was briefed to Bloomberg and others at the time. What we're told is that there's a couple of big problems with it, which means it hasn't happened. He's been offered ministerial roles, economic advisory roles, and so far it hasn't happened because, one, he wants to pursue his own business interests, and if you want to go into government, you have to remove conflicts of interest, so you have to put all of those interests into a blind trust. You can't see what happens to that money, how it's invested, anything. So that is a sticking point. And number two, he is concerned about potential disagreement over a wealth tax. Now, he is really opposed to wealth taxes, specifically increasing capital gains tax, bringing it into line with income tax. He backs venture capitalists, entrepreneurs, that kind of thing, and he thinks that these people will just move their money and won't invest in the UK if you do that. So he has made clear, we're told, during these discussions with Number 10 and the government more broadly, that, look, if I don't agree with you, I'm going to resign, which is, again, quite a big sticking point. So it's not to say he won't be joining the government in some capacity, but certainly, some time in now, there is a big issue and a question mark over that.
And does that mean, in your view, a wealth tax is... I mean, we talked about this for a while, Steve. He's going to have to find more money for all the things he wants to do. He's a left-wing figure. He can't raise any of the major taxes because that's a manifesto commitment he says he'll abide by. Are we heading towards a capital gains tax change, a wealth tax, an asset tax in some form or another, do you think?
We could well be. I mean, it is very contentious and challenging for him to do. I think a lot depends on what happens in Iran. But someone was saying to me that there is a world in which this budget is not a massive tax-raising budget. Because if you're trying to learn the lessons from Rachel Reeves and Keir Starmer, apart from, don't strip pensioners of winter fuel payments, all of those lessons, one of the big lessons was that first budget, which was a huge tax-raising budget. And Burnham so far has shown that he is, I think, deft enough to avoid some of the obvious traps. But look, they need to find some money, and I imagine wealth taxes, definitely some of the people around him are pushing them very hard. No decisions have been made. We did an interview with John Healey, the Chancellor. He wouldn't rule them out. And obviously, events in Iran could change everything and make it much worse. But in essence, being very frank, at this stage, we don't know. But there are clear concerns from some people we're talking to that he will go for wealth tax.
Do you know what? Having been doing this programme for the whole time of the Starmer administration, I actually think the rising of employer contributions to NI was the harder thing for them to justify, certainly from our point of view, from business point of view, from Times readers' point of view. That was almost the worse than any of the other policy missteps that they made. People could just... every time they said we're behind business and we want to make business easier, we want to get more young people into business, everyone just said, but you've just made it harder to employ people. And anyone who had any experience of business knows, if you raise the cost of employing people, you end up employing fewer people. It's just an obvious point, and they never got out from under that.
And that, they came into power pledging to be the party of wealth creation, the party of business, the party of growth. And we've heard very similar language from Andy Burnham. He wants a partnership with business. He wants to kind of do what he did in Manchester. So all lots of positive business noises. But the proof of the pudding's in the eating. And come October the 28th, come the budget, that is when we will get a feel for where they're going with this. So look, obviously there is a potential issue here that Lord O'Neill is identifying and is publicly raised concerns about, and could be enough to stop him going into government.
Meanwhile, just before you go, Steve, Nigel Farage has a news conference later where he'll announce Reform UK's policy to send all foreign prisoners to El Salvador or Kosovo, maybe.
Yeah, it's two places. So either to their country of origin, or if Reform is not content that country would incarcerate them, to El Salvador. They would rent prison places from Kosovo to El Salvador. Now, look, being candid with listeners, there are obviously huge legal, political, practical, logistical problems with this, but this is part of being in opposition. You can pretty much say, with fair degree of latitude, lots of different things to grab headlines, but this policy will come under scrutiny, and obviously there will be questions about how realistic that really is. And on the horizon, what actually matters is the Clacton by-election, which is this week, which is on Thursday, which Farage looks likely to win by a very significant margin, given that his main opponent is a man with a bin on his head.
Steve, you know what you've done.
Oh, no.
Have I breached some kind of...
No, you're fine. You've mentioned the Clacton by-election. You know what will have to happen now?
You've got to name the 32 candidates.
Yes, we have.
need to do that as some kind of punishment brief. I can do that for you. I can send it to you on a clip or something.
No, do not worry. We'll do it.
I'm so sorry.
Steve,
how many are there?
There's 34. Steve, we believe in free speech in this station.
I'm so sorry.
Bless your heart.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Let Ofcom do its
I
worst.
agree with this. I'm trying to
do
say,
it. Punch through it.
Let's
punch
not do
through
it.
it, Stig. Let's declare UDI.
Yeah, we're not doing it.
Yeah, we're not doing it.
We're not doing
let's
it.
slam the desks.
I'm not sure I'm joining in with this. Maybe I'll read it by
Let's
myself.
rebel.
You're a great man. We'll have to let you go there so we can read the goddamn list.
Sorry about that. I
Leave,
apologise. Goodbye, friends.
Bye-bye. Steve, political editor at the time. He began with Gladiators and he's ended in chaos.
Okay. Shall we start?
Do we have to do this?
We do. I think I'm probably going to go at the end of I wasn't going to mention this, but I think I'll be there, I expect, on Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
Yes, in the thick of it. Here we go. The candidates for the Clacton constituency are Joseph 787, Independent.
Adam Al-Khatib, the Forward Party.
Don't you dare leave me to do this by myself. Count Bimface, the Count Bimface Party.
Nick, the Incredible Flying Brick, the official monster raving loony party.
Tony Kane, Independent.
Woke Trump Kazi, Independent.
William Stewart James Closton, Social Democratic Party.
Reece Cowan, Independent.
Glenn Charles Cummings, Independent.
This is Ridiculous, Independent. Martin Davis, Freedom Alliance, Real People, Real Alternative.
Andy Earlham, Independent.
Nigel Farage, Reform UK.
Atia Fard, Independent.
Lawrence Fox, the Reclaim Party.
Tony Francis, Independent.
Robin Green, Independent.
Abby Hookway, Independent.
Howling Lord Hope, the official monster raving loony party.
Stephen Richard Ingram, Independent.
Amy Morris, Independent.
Derek Norbert Morris, Independent.
Two people called Morris. Michael Noel O'Keefe, Independent.
Martin O'Brien, Independent.
Nick Pallas, Independent.
Kentumar Piliapier, UK Voice Safer and Stronger UK.
Is anyone still listening?
Yes, they are.
Just say stop listening.
There's about 9 left. Come on.
Daniel Pocock, Independent.
James Ransley, Consensus Party candidate.
Jerry Smith, Independent.
Guy Stevens, British Democrats.
John Stevens, no relation. Rejoin You EU.
Baron von Thunderclap, the official monster raving loony party. 3 more.
Pamela Wolford, Independent.
Marcus White, Everyone is God Party.
Mark Wilkinson, Independent.
That's it. You can see the full list of
Why would you want
candidates
to?
on whocanIvotefor.co.uk. Can I tell you, if you're a Clacton resident, I met them last week. I was there on Thursday. Imagine you come home, Stig, and your letterbox has been filled while you've been away of leaflets from the 34 candidates. They are fed up of it.
I don't blame them. It's a joke. It's a bad joke.